What's happening, fellow traders? This is a recap of some trades I took today. It was a little rocky day, man, I must say, but it actually turned out to be a profitable one. Up $952 on the day. You know, the past 2 days were red days, so it's glad to be back in the green. But there was some big losses. You know, took a big loss on BLDP. I thought I would have some continuation on that. That didn't play out. Had a nice loss on XXII, so we'll get into those, but did have some big gains like HTZ, PLSE, and that ALDX. That was actually a crazy trade. I'll show y'all. At one point I was actually down $900 on ALDX, was able to make that back plus a little bit more. So that was the trades for the day, man. Sometimes you just got to go with the punches. You know, if you see a setup is working, just stick with it. Let the momentum carry you forward. Don't try to force your hand. Don't try to make something out of nothing. But with that said, man, let's jump into these trades. We'll first take a look at BLDP and make our way down this list. All right, so when we look at this BLDP, yeah, this is a daily chart. We see yesterday it had a range of pretty much 83 cents. So I figured today we'll have some continuation. Now when it opened up high at 491, closed yesterday at 470, so that was a, you know, roughly a 20-cent gap. And I'm thinking, well, if it gets up that high, it may pull back just a little bit, you know, from the open, but it should give us a good entry signal to take a long position. So anything above the overnight high, which is 491, anything above that, hey, I'm telling myself I want to be long. So we got our entry candle right here at 499. Took a long position, popped up to 506, fell right back down, and I was stopped out at 486. Pretty much the low of this first, you know, 1 minute candle. I was basically stopped out. So thinking to myself, well, it's probably just a whole bunch of liquidation selling from the open. Let's give it about 5 or 10 minutes and catch the first bounce. And tried to do that down here at 466, bounced up to 476, no follow through, fell right back on my face, and I was stopped out again at 456. So the very first trade of the day, I'm down roughly $1,400, you know. And I'm like, man, I can't just eat a $1,400 loss like that. There's no way I'm just going to accept that and call it a day. Now, granted, my trading plan states, you know, once I lose $1,000, you know, within, let's say, an hour time frame, then I have to basically step away from the computer, go do something else for an hour, then come back and recharge, try to see things in a different light. Well, I didn't do that today. I got right back on a horse and typed in HTZ because yesterday we were looking at HTZ and said there was an area of resistance up here. We had these topping tails and figure, hey, it's either going to pop higher if this is a consolidation area, or if this is a true level of resistance, it's going to pop lower. Overnight, there was some news on HTZ, which is great. I like trading when there's a catalyst or some type of earnings, news, or product launch. So when HTZ opened, it opened lower, it gapped lower. It was down roughly $1, I believe, no, about $2, close to almost $2. So when it opened, it pushed higher, fell back, took a long short position right here, just small 1,000 shares. And sold those right here at 21.69. Said, well, hey, if this trend wants to continue, I'll take another short position. So around 12 o'clock, I did the same thing. Took really like 12:30. I took a short position right here, 21.29, and sold it right here, 21.07. So made some of that money back on HTZ. You know, really about 875 on HTZ. Next trade was ALDX. This trade I was down $900 and was able to claw back and make a profitable trade or a profitable day out of it. Now I'm gonna switch this to a 5-minute chart. Well, actually, let's go to a 1-minute chart, and you can see why I entered a trade and then why I've lost money the first, on my first trade of ALDX. So when this stock hit my watch list, I saw this big candle, and knowing, yeah, I'm not going to chase it. I'm gonna wait for the first pullback, consolidation area, look to enter the trade. Volume presents itself. So we get a pullback right here, and then we get this sort of rounded shape formation. I want to call it a rounded bottom, for lack of better words, but we know, hey, this is an area of support. Sellers can't sell off anymore, and this next candle I buy. Now I'm looking at the volume right next to it, which only shows 6,000 shares. So when you look at that volume and the candle I bought in, you see 20,000. You think to yourself, hey, that's a volume increase. Well, is it really a volume increase compared to the candles, the 5-6 candles earlier? No, these volumes are a lot higher. So volume really did not increase, but I was sitting in this trade thinking that. So I got in right here at 763, thinking, hey, we got support down here. This is a rounded bottom. We got a volume increase candle down here. And lo and behold, it does nothing and then falls down and hits my stop, 733. So I'm like, okay, something's got to give, because that was a $900 loss. I was already in the hole roughly 600. I made a little bit back on HTZ, so I was already in the hole roughly $600 from BLDP, and thinking, well, all right, we're gonna just stay the course. There's no reason for this stock to be that strong and for it to all of a sudden just tank lower. So I switched my charts, looked at a 5-minute chart, and started to see the bull flag setup. Now this is becoming one of it's not my favorite setup just yet. I am in love with those U-shaped bottoms or rounded bottoms. For some reason, I feel I see them a lot easier. But I saw this bull flag setup. We got our pullback. We have our flagpole, and I'm waiting for a candle to make a new high, and I got it right here. I got filled at 773. We got our volume spike. Boom. Set my target, my first target right here at 787. And we push up there. So I sold half my position right here at 787, thinking, all right, well, it'll pull back just a little bit and then continue higher. And that's what it did. We had this area right here. Some may call it a little flat top, but if you really look at it, it is that, but there's a lot of pressure building up underneath here. Sellers can't push this thing lower, and we have this ceiling or this area of resistance from this candle causing a lot of pressure. So sooner or later it's going to pop, and that's what I was waiting for. We got that pop right here. I bought another 1,500 shares at 808 and switch to 15-minute chart. So bought another 1,500 shares right here, sold another quarter at 822, then sold another quarter at 845. We pushed higher, bought another 1,000 at 921, then another 1,500 at 959, and sold everything at 990. I wanted to get that $10 mark, but it hit up there and then fell back down real fast. So I decided, hey, I'm up now, I'm profitable. I made the $900 back plus a little bit more. So hey, I'm going here. I'm gonna take this $137 and be glad. There was also another great bull flag on FANG, FENG. This was a great setup. Now it did not run like ALDX did, you know, it didn't have the legs on it, but it popped. And if you were able to get in, which I was, I got in right here at 534, popped up to 548, sold half my position, sold another 25 right there, and then 250 right here, and then stopped out the rest right there at break even. So made a little money on FENG, $280. Next trade was on PLSE. Now this stock pretty much act like a centipede. It just ran and ran and ran pretty much all day. It was a great bull flag setup formation right here. We got our flagpole from the lows up to this 1250 area. Got a pullback we were looking for. Here's the first candle to make a new high, but there is no volume. So today I checked that volume. Volume was very light, did not enter. Now if you did, hey, it worked out well for you, but most cases on light volume, stay away. We got our volume to increase, what, 55,000. Took a long position right here at 1232. Was able to scale out right here, roughly 250 shares, then another 250, another 250, another 250, another 250, all the way up to right here. So another 250, and then on this pullback, ended up stopping out, letting the rest go. So that was a phenomenal trade. You know, that was over $2,200 on that one. Another bull flag setup. You know, another bull flag setup. It's not like I'm not doing anything, people. All I am is I'm just looking and seeing what the market is giving me. I see the chart pattern, and I activate my plan when I see the pattern that suits my plan. It's simple. You know, I'm not going to force it. When I do force it, hey, I lose money. So best thing for me to do is sit back, let a plan take shape, and go from there. So that was PLSE. There was, like I said, there were some big losses today, but ended up turning out to be a positive day. A great day trading. Those of you all may have questions or want to know more about how I may set up my charts or time frames, or how do I read my level 2s, whatever, hey, just hit me in the comment section below or send me an email. You know, this channel is not just for me to sit here and talk and show y'all what I'm actually doing. It's for you all. You know, it's for me as well to learn from you. You know, iron sharpens iron. I am not the best trader in the world. I'm striving to be. You know, every day I wake up and I strive to be the best, but I know I'm not, which gives me, you know, a sense of humility that, hey, some days I can, you know, get beat by the market, but I will challenge the market every day. And I expect you to challenge the market every day. You know, take whatever money you can out and, you know, be able to provide for your family. I am the bearded trader. This right here is a market recap for September 14th. You all have a magnificent day.